Welcome to another video from Dr. Lock. I'm just going to show you a couple of quick tools that I picked up this week. First one is this tool right here. Let's pull it out of the pack. So it's quite a strange looking tool. I saw a different one and I thought it was very handy, so I decided to buy myself one. So what this tool actually, I don't know all of the features, but I know the main features. What this tool is used for is allowing you to measure the length of the Euro cylinder in the mortise locks. So here's a mortise lock here. If we have one of those doors which is extremely thick, a lot of the time you can have offset doors or they've mortised it in, close to the front, things like that. A lot of the new fancy doors coming in, they're about 60mm, they're huge and they're thick and the cylinders aren't long enough. So having a tool like this allows you to gauge how long you need the cylinder to be. So what we would do is we would remove the screw, remove our normal cylinder, and then we could come through with this tool here, put it into the lock, rotate it to where we know it's picking up the lock, and then we could measure on the door how deep we actually want it. So we could say, okay, we want it 50mm or 55mm on one side, allowing us to basically be able to get a cylinder long enough. So it's a cylinder measuring tool for European mortise locks. These square drive here, to be honest with you, I don't know what they do. Someone might know and put in the comments. Has a spike tool on this side or a little Allen key. I don't know what that does. I mean, you can't really get underneath to remove the rows, but I'm sure it's got some use. For me, I'm just using it to measure the length of the cylinders. So I thought for the money, that was just from China and that was reasonably cheap. I think it was like $10 or $15, so I thought that was worthwhile looking at. Alright, so the next one, I'm going to look at these spike tools. These ones here came in at about $5 from Super Cheap. They also come from Repco as well for about $5. They're used for pushing in basically I use them for pushing in the retainer on knob sets and lever sets. They're also very good to get past the spinner, so allowing you to get nice and deep. They can also be used as scribes as well, and I think this one's useless, but for $5 you get a pack of 4. They've been extremely handy. We've used them on so many things, and it's the tool you don't think you need, but when you've got one you seem to use it for everything. I carry one just to remove knob sets and lever sets, and they're extremely handy when you've got a spinner, and yeah, many other things, as a scribe, marking out, you name it. So $5, I reckon they're a really good investment. Next one I found, I'd had this for some time, probably a few years, and I've never ever used it, mainly because it was a good tool, but never really was reliable. What it is it's a one-way screw remover, and if you can see the head of it, see if I can give you a good look at it. Okay, so you can see the head of it, the shape of it. Readjust you there. So the shape of it basically is designed to accommodate a one-way screw, which is this type of screw here, and you should be able to go in there and remove it. Now for me, I've tried a few of these one-way removers and they weren't very reliable or successful for me. I prefer just to use the other methods to remove the one-way screws. But that was a one-way screw remover, specially made tool. I forget what it was worth, but I had it sitting around and pretty much I purchased it but never ended up kind of using it. Yeah, so it says wear eye protection because it is brittle, made by Argus Industries. So anyway, one-way screw remover. So there's the 3 tools, new 3 tools for this week that we're looking at. Any comments, please leave them below. Thanks for watching.